When the Toronto Blue Jays gave Vladimir Guerrero Jr. a $500 million contract extension, the reaction was loud, and it wasn't entirely positive. Plenty of fans and analysts thought that it was an overpay. Sure, everyone agreed the Jays had to do it to stay competitive, but there was real doubt about whether Vlad was actually worth that kind of money. Flash forward to now though, and the Vladdy haters have been suspiciously silent. That's because Vlad has quietly been one of the most productive hitters in baseball, flying under the radar while putting together the kind of season that proves exactly why Toronto made that kind of investment. This isn't just about stats, it's about a franchise betting $500 million and their future on one man to lead them for the next decade. And right now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is showing signs that he might actually be worth every single penny. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In this one, we're going to be diving into just how good Vladdy has been lately and why everyone needs to start paying attention. Before we get into it, I encourage you guys to hit the like and smash the subscribe button if you enjoy Blue Jays content and discussion so you don't miss any future videos. Alright folks, let's get into it. So let's start with what I think has been Vlad's most impressive attribute so far this year: consistency. At the time of recording this video, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has gotten on base in 32 consecutive games, which is the longest in all of MLB right now. And when you consider that he's only played in 59 games this season, that means that he's been on this run for more than half of his 2025 year. During that period of time, obviously the actual slash line looks pretty damn good as well. In the month of May, Vladdy batted .291 with an on-base percentage of .413, a slugging of .456, all good for an OPS of .869. And because Vladdy was on base so much, he benefited by scoring 21 runs. Ultimately, it's going to be a lot easier to score somebody if they just live on base like Vladdy was in the month of May. Consistency in a 162 game season is ultimately the name of the game, and Vlad right now has been doing it better than anyone, which has allowed the Toronto Blue Jays and also fans to be able to rely on him day in and day out. Now, I already know that there are bound to be some comments on this video talking about Vlad's lack of power this year, and honestly, I do think that that's a fair criticism. Right now, Vlad has 8 home runs to his name, which only puts him on pace to hit 22 bombs in the whole year. Obviously, 22 home runs from a guy who gets paid as much as he does really isn't good enough, but when we look at the advanced numbers, everything indicates that the power, it should be coming. Flashing over to his baseball savant, we can see that this is a guy who regularly destroys the baseball. Average exit velocity in the 93rd percentile, hard hit rate in the 94th percentile, bat speed in the 96th percentile. I mean, even take a look at his expected batting average and slugging. His expected batting average is sitting at .323 and his expected slugging is sitting at .535, both of which are higher than his season-long numbers, which indicate that up until this point, he's actually been getting unlucky. So Vlad has been destroying the baseball and has practically been living on base for the past 32 games. But what about his kryptonite? Even the best players in the league have one weak spot that can typically get exploited, so what's his? Well, to be honest, there really isn't one.
Whoa, time for a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video. Hit your picks and knock it out of the park with Betway. Scan the QR code down below to join the action. Only available in Ontario. Must be 19 years of older to participate. Please play responsibly. Now everyone, back to the content.
Looking over at how Vlad does against certain pitches, we can see that he handles a ton of them. He has a batting average over 300 on the 3 most common pitches in the game, being the four-seam fastball, the sinker, and the slider. I guess the one pitch that kind of crosses him up is the cutter, but considering how dominant he's been against everything else, that really hasn't been an issue. In conclusion, folks, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is as good right now as he has ever been, and honestly, I think that we're watching him evolve right now from a streaky young hitter to a reliable, mature veteran who's been around the block, who you can just rely on every single day. The Blue Jays paid to have a rock in their lineup, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr., he's delivering. But folks, let me know what you think about all this in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, go Jays go.